Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the We Are Wrestling podcast. I am your host, Viral Viper, aka Viper Freeze, with my co-host. And we are back to talk about, that stuff that we talk about. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
What is the stuff we talk about? What is that crap?
Probably wrestling.
The wrestling. There's a fucking wrestling. Yeah. The fucking wrestling, though. Okay. So, yeah, where do you want to start, pal?
Honestly, nothing was good this week, in my opinion, except maybe NXT, but let's start with Raw.
Oh, well, Raw started off with a change, because not small change, I mean big change, because here comes the money, and Shane McMahon showed up for no godforsaken reason. But why? Explain me why.
It was weird. We watched it, he came out, announced the match, and then was gone. Halfway through the show, we both forgot that he was there. What the fuck? And then, I go on YouTube real quick, on my tablet while it's on. I'm like, oh shit, Shane actually was there. That's how fast I forgot. He basically announced the Elimination Chamber WWE title match, which shouldn't be a thing, but it's a thing.
Which is so fucking sleeper. That is just, dude, why? It's a fucking Elimination Chamber match with Drew McIntyre, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, Sheamus, The Miz, and who's the other jackass that's in it? It's another jackass that's in it. Randy Orton. Randy Orton.
They always slide him in the fucking title, scene, if you notice.
This fucking, this is the worst. I love Elimination Chambers. It's my second favorite match. It's fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. This one fucking sucks. I swear to God, these WWE is getting worse and worse and worse. They fucking suck. They don't know what to do. They're fucking
and tell me if
suck.
you agree with me on this one. It's not the fact that the WWE title is defended there. Kind of sort of expected it a little bit. It's the people who are in it,
Yeah, if it was all a bunch of new cats, or even medium cats that's been in there before, it's a bunch of old fucks that don't deserve to be there. This is 2005 WWE mixed with TNA. It's no reason. The only new cat that's in there is fucking Drew McIntyre, and he's the champion. Everybody else shouldn't even be in there. This is the worst. It's just they just figured out, how can we just say fuck the fans and just go fuck the fans? And what did they do? Hey, let's bring in a bunch of fuckers and just say fuck the fans. This is so stupid. I see why everybody hates them, but also I like them because everybody hates them, and I fucking hate those people who hate them because they're fucking assholes. But anyway, back to the fucking story. The fucking match sucked.
If Keith Lee was in it, I would be good.
One motherfucker, new motherfucker. That'd be good. But no. Everybody that's been a former champion is in it. Bitch, ain't nobody good in this mother. Fuck you guys. You guys suck my ass. Fuck you. But yeah, that's how it started. And then AJ and Jeff Hardy had a match. Don't remember what happened. I think AJ won. I don't remember. It fucking sucked. I'm probably on my phone when it happened. Who the fuck cares? Because it's all leading up to the fucking Elimination Chamber in 2 weeks. Who the fuck cares?
Nobody, really. And we're usually the ones that do care. They even threw us off.
Yeah, it just fucking sucked. Then we had Lacey Evans confront Charlotte, and her and Charlotte are talking, and she's like, I'm not using your dad to sleep with him. I'm using him for his knowledge. He's teaching me how to be a better person. And if I beat you tonight, I become #1 contender against Asuka. Wait, what the fuck? When did all of that happen? Like, when was that even discussed? That either one of you could face Asuka? When was that even discussed? Who said that?
Hey, that was Lacey and Rick's like bedtime talk, I guess.
Okay, fine. All right, fine. They can have bedtime talk. This is an actual part of the company where, like, they should literally talk to, like, fucking Adam Pearce or somebody. Who they talk to fucking nobody. No goddamn body. What the fuck is going on?
Like, they said Rick talked to, like, people, but, like, honestly, even though he's a legend, a 2-time, like, Hall of Famer, who the hell is Rick? Right.
Exactly. It made no sense.
That's like saying me or you, who have nothing to do with the company, could walk in there, talk to Adam Pearce, be like, you know what? Keith Lee should be the #1 contender to Roman Reigns' title. Mind you, they're 2 different shows.
Exactly. It was so dumb.
Yeah.
I fucking hated it. But yeah, that's how it started. And then they had a match, and Lacey fucking wins. Now she's #1 contender.
Here's my question, though, right? They said that Lacey won. She's going to be the #1 contender, 100%. They never said anything if Charlotte won. Like,
No. The thing was the winner would become #1 contender. It wasn't just Lacey. It was the winner becomes #1
okay,
contender.
I wasn't sure about that. Okay. Got you.
It said I just said whoever wins becomes #1 contender. That was the rule. But Lacey won, because if Charlotte would have won, Charlotte would have been #1 contender. But Lacey won with help from Rick, and now Lacey versus Asuka at Elimination Chamber.
Honestly, as much as people would hate it,
don't care.
I would have preferred Charlotte in that match. Like, they have a better dynamic, and right now they're former taking champions of each other. So
No, I have a fucking theory of how this is gonna go, but it's just fucking stupid. Because the theory is, I think that Lacey's going to beat Asuka, and it's going to be Charlotte versus Lacey at WrestleMania, and Charlotte's going to get her revenge by beating Lacey for the championship, and she's going to correct Rick, and Rick's going to be happy for her, and it's going to be some all weird dumbness, and it's just, I don't want to see it happen, but it's probably going to happen because, hey, it's WWE. That's how they do. Fucking horrible. Then we had the New Day versus Retribution. Now, okay, you have 2 big guys in Retribution. 2. You have Mace and T-Bar. What do you do? What do you do in this match when you have them against New Day, 1,900,000 time tag team champions? What do you do?
The big guy.
Oh,
that's what I would do.
I'm gonna throw T-Bar and Slap Ass in it. The fuck? Like, why? Like, don't you want to win? Of course you lose because you didn't fucking put the big guys in there. But don't you want to win? Isn't that what the whole point of this is? The win?
Yes. They didn't take it all the way through.
No one ever thinks anything through over here at this fucking place. God damn assholes. Then we had Edge come out and they tease, Edge is gonna make his decision. No decision, Matt. No decision. It was stupid. So the Miz comes out, but the Miz comes out with Morrison and also Angel Garza. And it's like, wait, what? When did you guys even become a team? It's like, what? It's just so stupid.
They ruined Garza.
But this is, we'll get to that. But Miz cuts a promo and tells Edge, you don't have to worry about the next champion. You have to worry about me because I'm going to cash in on him. And Edge just said, listen, I've been where you are. I'm better than you. And there's nothing that you can do about it. And like, he said it way cooler than I just said it. But it was cool and it was an Edge promo. So Edge really does good promos.
The best part was like, he said something to the effect of, yeah, you're out here trying to be awesome. I did awesome back in the 90s. Something to that.
Yeah, Edge was cool, and he made Miz look like what Miz is, a jackass. I don't understand why Miz even still has Money in the Bank. It's so stupid. So stupid. But yeah, after that, then they had Angel Garza match versus Damian Priest with Bad Bunny Playa. It was crazy. It was crazy. Of course, Damian Priest wins, and we all know where this is going, to WrestleMania, the tag team match. But Garza is teamed up with Miz and Morrison, so Miz and Morrison doesn't have to keep losing every week until WrestleMania. Which is stupid. 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 Just stupid. I'm just gonna keep saying stupid because it's so stupid. It's stupid.
All right, Randy.
You know what else? You know what else is stupid? So they had a match. They advertised it on the bottom of the screen. They didn't advertise it out loud. It was on the bottom of the screen. Lana versus Nia Jax table match. And they're like, what the fuck? Why didn't y'all advertise that? Like, what the fuck? So they had the match, Lana and Nia. And Nia beating up Lana. She hits a leg drop on the outside and she says something that's unexpected, and it was such a throwaway line. She says, "Oh my butt, oh my hole," and it's like, okay, that was hilarious for the time. It blew up so big on the internet, and it literally was trending for 48 hours because it was so big. Everybody talked about it. It was a huge joke, and it's like, how did something so small, not her hole, but the joke, turn into this big thing? Also, not referring to her hole. It was so big on the internet, not her hole. And like, everybody just was talking about, they were talking about her hole, but how she said hole, not her hole. And it just was like, it was all over the internet, not her hole. Do not go looking for her hole. It was a big deal. Listen, her hole is not the problem. We're talking about what she said, guys. Just relax. Just relax. And then she finished the match and got thrown into a table by Lana accidentally. And before they could finish things off, Shayna was going to kill Lana. Naomi jumped in. Then they had a match with Naomi and Shayna. And Naomi beat Shayna. So they both have a win over the tag team champions and their number one contenders. Hooray. Hooray.
Yeah, I don't care about this one either.
I hear. Then they said, we're going to have a match, number one contender for the U.S. title. Okay. It's Matt Riddle and Keith Lee. Okay. It was a good match. Keith Lee wins. Gets attacked by Bob Lash. Bob Lash beats up him and Matt Riddle. So 5 minutes later, they come back from commercial. In an elimination chamber, a three-way for the U.S. title. Then what the fuck did we just have a match for number one contender?
Exactly. Like, what the fuck?
Like, there was no need for it. And also, Both of these matches were supposed to happen months ago. They just said, fuck it, we're just throwing them into one match. Fuck it, it's a thing. Bitch, what? They have a problem. They have a real problem, and they need to fix it. And you want to know how bad the problem even got? The main event was Drew versus Randy for the last time. Bitch, they're both in the Elimination Chamber. No, this is the last time 1-on-1. Really?
50 million
really?
Time?
Bitch, in the span of fucking 2 months, it's been a gazillion times. I'm tired of it. Leave it alone. Let it die. No more Drew versus Randy. Drew won. Congratulations. And right after the match, Sheamus was going to bro kick him. Randy pushed him out of the way. Randy got bro kicked. Sheamus got kicked. Drew got hit with the phenomenal forearm. Show goes off the air. They showed Stone Cold and whoever the hell he was interviewing. And I was like, this fucking sucked. That was Monday Night Raw, everybody. That fucking show sucked. Where do you want to go now? Probably something that's less sucky than that. Where do you want to go?
NXT, I guess.
Okay, NXT.
I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't able to watch like AEW this week, so.
Okay. Did you at least watch Impact?
Impact, no. Like, I wasn't able to watch that either. Like, I actually tried, but like, I had internet issues and whatnot.
Okay. So, before we go to NXT, we're going to talk about MLW. MLW had Laredo Kid versus Lio Rush. It was a really good match. And Lio Rush won both titles. He won both titles. Now he's the AAA Cruiserweight Champion and Middleweight Champion of MLW. And he's doing good for himself. I mean, I understand he has a cocky attitude with some of the stuff he says, but like, he's doing good for himself. They hyped up Lawler's Island. I was going to say Thomas Island, but wrong island. Filthy Island. They hyped up Filthy Island, and they have matches next week. One of them is an Aztec match with Mil Muertes, because now the Lucha Underground guys are part of Zelina's crew / they own her. I'm not sure how this whole thing is playing out. It's going to play out weird. It's dumb. It's just not for me. So Contra got beat up by 2 Injustice members, and it was really weird because it's like 9 Contra guys getting beat up by 2 Injustice dudes who's running around them, punching them, kicking them. It's like, what the fuck? Like, you're supposed to be Contra. You're supposed to be like these fucking badass thousands of people. But yeah, that happened. That happened. Don't know why it happened. Now that you said NXT, we can talk about NXT UK, which Miko Satomura debuted against Isla Dawn, which every time I see her name, I still want to call it Isla Dawn. I've been calling her Isla Dawn forever, but her name is Isla Dawn.
Funny enough, in Spanish, like an Isla or Island, right? It's pronounced Isla, so you would be right either way, in my opinion.
Yeah, I usually call her that, and they had a good match. It wasn't for Isla to come away looking strong. She got beat up by Mako, and that was awesome. We had the preview for the tag team match next week, Pretty Deadly versus Gallus. We had Nina Samuels challenge Zaya Brookside to a match, and the loser becomes the other's lackey. was like, this is pretty cool. We had Shaw Samuels challenge A Kid next week for the Heritage Cup. We had a tag team match, street fight, that was Eddie Dennis and Rampage versus Flash Morgan Webster and Mandrews. Now, it was supposed to be the other dude from the Hunt, but he got injured the week before. So that's why Eddie Dennis had to step in. And they lost. I didn't like that they lost. Like, the Hunt should have won because the Hunt should be dominant. The Hunt should be badasses, but they lost to Mandrews and Flashy, the Flash Drews, whatever you want to call them. They fucking won by accident. It wasn't really by accident, but they won by accident to me because they shouldn't have won. You know, it shouldn't have been like that. It should have been better. And Rampage Brown and Joe Coffey have officially signed a match for next week also. So next week's NXT UK looks be buffed out of the ass for no reason. It's just going to be super buffed. And that's going to be awesome.
So it's kind of like the same thing as a takeover.
But yeah.
Kind of. Like a takeover.
No. It's just a regular show, and it's just like all the good matches are going to be there, but not like takeover worthy matches. They're just good matches. And then on NXT, it started off with the tag team tournament finishing up, both tag team tournaments. MSK fought El Legado del Fantasma. And of course, MSK won. This match was pretty damn good. It had everybody talking about it. Then we had KC19 versus what is her damn name? Xia. No, that's not who it was. It was Xia versus Cora Jade. It was Xia versus Cora Jade. Yeah, after Xia beat up Cora Jade, K19 came out, both of them, and said, "Hey, we want the old you back. We want our friend back. Our friend that was so cool. Our friend that beat us up the last time we were here. We want her back." Oh, okay, that's what you want back? And they went and they messed with the old grandmom, and grandmom grabbed Boa because she couldn't hit him. So she grabbed Boa, and Xia beat the shit out of both of them. And Xia told the lady, "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Next time I'll kill them. They'll die for you. I promise." Okay.
I swear she did say that. Okay. I swear she did say that.
She did. She said that. Then we had Johnny come out. Austin Theory the night before said, "Johnny's injured. He won't be able to be at TakeOver." Johnny was in a wheelchair with his arm in a sling. And as soon as he came out in a wheelchair, I was like, this is totally made up. None of this is real. Nothing about this is real. Not a goddamn thing about this is real. So they bring Johnny in the ring. And Johnny's talking about his arm is broken in 4 places and he can't wrestle. And he won't be able to wrestle Kushida. So Regal comes out and Regal's like, "Johnny, you're lying." The whole time, mind you, Johnny was moving his arm by accident.
That was fucking hilarious.
Fucking giving it away. And Regal's like, "Johnny, you're not injured." He's like, "Look at the x-ray." He's like, "Johnny, that's for a right arm, not a left arm." So the whole time Johnny is arguing with him, like, Kushida's in the ring behind the way. He's just with the way, and they're just standing there. And I'm like, nobody notices he's there.
Yo, I didn't
so Regal gives him the option. I know. And Regal gives him the option. If you're so injured, Austin Theory will defend the title tonight for you. It's like, no. Okay, well, then the other option is you're stripped of the championship. No, I don't want that. And Regal goes, well, Kushida, what do you think? Johnny's like, why are you asking Kushida? He's not even here. Johnny starts going off on a tirade, and Austin Theory just looks at Kushida and taps him like, yeah, like Kushida's not here. And he turns back to Johnny, and then he looks like, wait, what? Like, Kushida punches him in the face, and then Kushida turns Johnny around and grabs the belt. Johnny grabs the belt with both hands. It's like, see, Johnny, you weren't even injured. It's like, but God damn it. And Johnny got caught, so Johnny has to face him. And so Kushida's in the ring, and Candice is standing, like, gets in his face with Indy. And then Shotzi and Ember Moon come out because they're going to have a tag team match.
Okay.
And they have a tag team match. And the tag team match is over when Shotzi and Ember beat the Way. So now it's Shotzi and Ember moving on to the finals. Then they had the Austin Theory versus Kushida match where Kushida beats the shit out of him and Johnny is trying to help him. And at one point, Austin Theory goes under the ring and Johnny goes to grab him out and he pulls out Dexter Lumis and Dexter Lumis scares Johnny. Austin Theory gets scared, runs back in the ring, gets beat by Kushida. Then Johnny runs in the ring, gets put in a hoverboard lock and by Kushida. Then Loomis puts Austin Theory in his whatever crappy move he puts him in.
I almost called it to go to sleep.
And then...
why do I want to call it go to silence? It's something silence, I think.
It's the silence. It's the silence. And then Kushida's holding up the North American title with both of them laid out, and Loomis is looking at Kushida in the title. And Kushida's looking at him like, wait a minute, do you want this title? So, yeah, that happened. We had an Imperium thing where they said, hey, the ring is sacred. And they basically said it, and Walter was like the last voice you heard. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. That was pretty cool. So they go in the back, and Scarlett is in Regal's office, and she's trying to seduce him into giving a match between Karrion Kross and Santos Escobar. And I said, like, he literally broke because he knows how hot she is, and he didn't want to have a heart attack.
Also, he knows Kross will kill him.
Yeah, but also that she's seducing him, and he knows that she's super hot. And hot women get whatever they want, whenever they say whatever they want to say.
Pretty much.
Hot. That's not true, but also, that's not true. But he gave him a match. I still don't know why. I feel like there's something that we're missing with this match, and nobody can tell us why. Something is missing with this match. So like Santos Escobar
supposed to be a tag team match. That's what I feel like it's supposed to be, right? But the way it's worded, they're facing each other, and then all of a sudden, like the shit that happened later, which you'll get into, like fucked me up even more. No.
Yeah, that because Mackenzie Mitchell goes and talks to Escobar and is like, "Hey, you have a match next week against Killer Kross." And he's like, oh, I'm not worried about that. So Elgato Fantasma comes in, and they're talking to him, and they're like, hey. I was like, hey, we're sorry we lost. And he's like, listen, you can redeem yourself if you just go get Kross. He's like, oh, okay. So later on in the show, they're dead because Killer Kross killed them. And he told Escobar, I'm coming for you next. Have no fucking clue what's going on. None at all. Don't know why they're fighting. Yeah. He scared everybody because he just popped up and yelled. It was like, stop. Fuck, what's going on with you? But yeah, we have no idea why this is happening. It's happening. None idea. So that happened. Then we had 3 different promos from all the 3 women in the triple threat match, and they were all awesome. They were really awesome. like, I don't know why, I don't know how, but they were so freaking awesome. It was like, that was some of the best stuff on NXT, except for like the last thing. But like, it was just so cool. Then, while we're coming back from commercial, we hear this car pull up, and it's a Maserati, and it's like, fuck, this is great. This is a great car. Who is this? Is this somebody
for
new?
For a split second, I thought it was Bad Bunny. I don't know why. For a split second, I thought it was Bad Bunny.
I don't know why you thought it was Bad Bunny.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, you're coming here too? Like, what the fuck, man? I mean, this one's the best show out of WWE, but what the fuck?
No, I didn't think it was Bad Bunny. I just thought it was somebody new. But it wound up being Cameron Grimes. And he comes out and he cut this promo. And first off, he's passing out money to everybody. And it was just so weird. It's like, okay, where did you get all this money? Why are you fancy? Why do you have this car? Explain. So he says, listen, I was at home nursing my injuries, so I started playing video games. It's like, oh, you're a Twitch streamer. And then he goes, and then I got up off my couch and I went to GameStop, and it was so bright in there, I decided to buy stock at GameStop. I'm like, wait, what? He's like, and my stock went to the moon.
Like, they went from one extreme to the other, because that's where he's going to be a Twitch streamer too.
Yeah. And when he said to the moon, it hit me how easily that was connected, because it was like, when the stocks were rising, that was the saying to the moon, because that's what everybody wanted the stocks to do. It never hit me that that's Cameron Grimes' thing. So to tie those two things together, that was great. So he said he put in all this money in the GameStop and Dogecoin, Dogecoin, or Doggycoin, whatever. And he made all this money. So now he's back with all this money, and he's the new version of Cameron Grimes. And I was like, okay, not mad at it. It's actually a character development. It's pretty cool. He's going to lose all his money soon anyway, but it's good. It was character development. Liked it.
Yeah,
Liked it all.
He's going to lose all that fucking money.
Yes. And then we had the final match, which was Ciampa and Thatcher versus the Grizzled Young Vets. Pretty good match. And it ended with a ticket to mayhem. Because, yeah, I totally remember this one. And they won. The fucking Grizzled Young Vets won. Now they're in the finals. And so they cut back to Beth and Wade and whatever the hell is Vic Joseph. I'm going to call him Vince for some reason. Vic Joseph, and they're talking. And they do something that's so cool that, like, I hope that they keep doing this. I hope that this is a thing from now on. They start talking about TakeOver. So they cut to up the ramp and they show MSK and the Grizzled Young Vets standing against each other. And it's like, they're talking shit right in front of the trophy. And it's like, okay, that makes sense because they just had the match. I was like, okay, that makes sense. Then they cut to the girls, which is Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez versus Ember and Shotzi. And they're standing again in front of the other trophy. And I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool too. Then they show Johnny and Kushida on one side. They're standing against each other, and the refs are trying to break them up. I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool because it's showing these matches with the opponents right in front of each other, like having a fucking argument, and it's like this is setting up for the fucking pay-per-view. Then they show the triple threat with Tony, Mercedes, and Io, and it's like, okay. And then they finally get to the end where they show Finn and Pete Dunne in the ring. The lights go down, and the spotlight is on them too, and it's on the title, and it's like, holy shit! Like this, like if you guys do this every time they're gonna be a takeover and set it up like this this is fucking awesome. Like this shit was fucking. This was phenomenal. This was phenomenal. Just setting up. It made me feel like, yo, this takeover is like a WrestleMania. Like it's not even that big of a takeover. It's like, holy shit, this is like a WrestleMania takeover. What the fuck? Like it just like it felt big. It like I don't know why. Like just that what they did made it felt big. It's like wow. Like I literally just was like wow. Like that's pretty damn cool. Like I don't know what made it that like feel that way. I guess because this is the first time they ever like face to face. It was like wow. Like that's wow. Like that was just wow. That's all I can say. It was wow. But yeah, do you want to do the prediction for Takeover?
Yeah. Let's go.
So the Women's Dusty Classic, the winners get a tag team title shot, which we already knew. So Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai versus Ember and Shotzi. Who you got here?
Raquel and Dakota, like they're overdue for a chance at that. I think they had one. I'm not sure about that. I want to say they did. Like you correct me on that? I don't
think they did.
They are overdoing it, 100%. So yeah, they're gonna like go for that shit. And future note, I'm gonna predict whoever they go against, they're actually gonna beat.
Okay, I'm actually predicting Shotzi and Ember. I'm predicting they're going to win this.
Cool. I mean, I guess it makes sense.
So
the
men
champions are now. So.
No, I just actually thought that Shotzi and Ember make a better combination of team. Like no matter who the tag team champions are, they just make a better combination of team. And then we have the men's tournament, the Grizzled Young Vets versus MSK. Who you got?
See, my heart says MSK, so I'm gonna follow my heart, but my brain, for some odd reason, is saying Grizzled Young Vets. You know, like, cause the smart thing would do, as you've been saying for like the longest, is have MSK win. But I don't think they would let them win it because they're brand new. You know.
I'm thinking that they're gonna let them do it. I got my money on MSK.
I do too, but like part of me thinks I'm gonna be wrong about that. But yeah, I'm gonna go with MSK.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with them. Then we got for the North American title, Johnny versus Kushida. Who you got? Me too. Then we have the women's world title, triple threat, Mercedes Martinez, Toni Storm, and Io Shirai. Who you got?
As much as I love Io, she's not surviving that shit. Like, I love Mercedes Martinez too, but I think it's gonna go to Toni.
Okay, well, I'm sticking with Io. I think Io's gonna make it out of this, and then have a one-on-one match with one of the ladies and lose the title.
Okay.
Yes, I think Io's coming out of this winner. And then we have the main event. Finn Balor versus Pete Dunne. Who do you think is going to win?
Honestly, it's going to be Finn. Because unless they like twist it and make Pete face later on, you know damn well one of them is going to face the champion who never lost his fucking title, Cross. And out of the two, who's more of a face? Neither one of them are face, really. Who's more of a face? Finn.
Yes, Finn versus Killer Cross at WrestleMania would be great. So, yeah, that's where that's going. Sorry, Pete, but you're going to lose.
Yeah, I love Pete too, but yeah, it's not his time yet. I think if they keep him there long enough, he's going to get it eventually, but not right now. It's not in the cards.
Yes. So, on to AEW. The All Show. So it started out with Joey Janela versus Darby Allin, and everybody, including myself, thought this match was just going to be murder, 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 murder. It was actually wrestling, less murder, and it was like, the fuck, like this is so fucking weird. It was so weird, but like it actually was just a good match. And it's like, the fuck, like why did that happen? It was just so random. But it was a good match, and Darby wound up beating Joey. It's like, oh, okay, that was a thing. So then we had Hangman Page getting drunk with Matt Hardy. And Matt Hardy's talking to him, and he's buttering him up and telling him all this sweet stuff. And he's like, hey, he's like, I always had your back. He's like, I like you. Blah, blah, blah. And like, they're talking, and Matt Hardy, the whole time, he's buying them drinks. Matt Hardy's doing the old Ric Flair where he gets the drink and throws it out. So then we leave there. Yeah, then we leave there and we get a John Moxley promo. Moxley goes talking about the U.S. title and how he's going to beat up Kenta and he has to team up with Archer. Blase, blase, blah. Yada, yada, yada. That happens. Then we have Pac versus Riley Pierce. I mean, Nick Nemeth. I mean, Ryan Nemeth.
I called him DJ.
Which is yes. Pac beat the hell out of him. Pac pinned him, got the win. And then we have this thing. The Inner Circle is in there, and they're talking with MJF. Jericho's not there. So Sammy Guevara comes in, and he says, I want to talk to you, Max. So MJF says, hey guys, can you just give us a minute? And MJF tells the cameraman to stay. He tells Wardlow and everybody to leave. Tells the cameraman to stay. So he's talking to Sammy, and he's telling Sammy, tell me that you wanted to take over the Inner Circle. So Sammy says, okay, you got me. I wanted to take over the Inner Circle. So the whole time Max has his phone out, and Max goes, aha! And Sammy goes, I knew you wanted me to say that. So he grabs the phone, throws the phone, then he punches MJF in the balls, and he leaves. I was like, okay, that happened. Then we had legit late because he's stupid. He's stupid, and it's funny, and it played into the rest of the show. So we had legit Layla Hirsch versus Thunder Rosa in the tournament, the women's tournament, and Thunder Rosa advanced in the tournament. Layla Hirsch was actually not even ground wrestling, but she was jumping off his shit, and it was like, whoa, wait a minute, what the fuck? Like, I thought you were just a ground and pound, big, strong, muscle-bound wrestler, and you're jumping off of shit doing suicide dives and shit, and it's like, wait, the fuck? The fuck are you doing? It was weird. It was weird. But Thunder Rosa won. Then we get back to Matt Hardy and Hangman. Hangman's hammered. Matt Hardy pulls out these papers, hands them to Hangman, and says, like, listen, you're going to make so much money. I'll only be taking 30%, but you're going to make so much money. Trust me, if you sign this contract, you're going to make so much money. And Matt Hardy's looking at the camera, giving the camera a thumbs up. So Hangman gets the papers, looks at them, throws them, pulls papers out of his pocket, signs them, says, here, Matt. Matt Hardy signs these papers. So, because these are not the papers Matt gave him, Hangman just signed. So Matt Hardy will probably have to face him later on. But Matt thinks he's got one over on Hangman, but Hangman's got one over on him.
He can hold his liquor.
Yes. Then we have Chris Jericho and MJF. They come out and MJF is holding his ribs and like, Like, Sammy, he did this to me. He's like, but we got a match. But yeah, I don't know if I can go. He's like, come on, we got a match. So they have a match against the Acclaim. They beat the Acclaim. And then Sammy comes out and is like, hey, I quit. I'm done. I'm done with the Inner Circle. I'm leaving. So he says he's leaving. And MJF is standing there smiling behind everybody like, I got him out. So Sammy is leaving. And Chris Jericho's like, no, don't do it. Like, we want you here. Come on. Like, come on. We can work this out. Sammy, please. He's trying to convince Sammy to stay. Sammy just walks off and leaves. He's like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done. And he just goes. And he's like, oh, okay. That's the thing. So Sammy's going. So then we cut to Kenny Omega, who is out playing golf. And Alex Marvez is talking to him and is like, hey, you have a match tonight. What are you doing? He's like, I don't need to worry about that match. Listen, everything I do is good. So he hits the ball nowhere near the hole. Don Callis is near the hole. And 5 minutes later, as they're talking, Don Callis goes, hey, it's a hole in one. You did it. You're the greatest. He's like, see, I could do anything. It's like, dude, Don just fucking manipulated it. We watched Don do it. What are you talking about? But it's Kenny Omega, sleazy Kenny Omega.
They're making Kenny to look like a moron.
Then, huh?
They're making him look like a moron.
Yes. Mm-hmm. We had a match with Cody Rhodes and Lee Johnson versus, I forgot who they was actually facing.
I seen a clip of it. Wasn't it Peter Avalon, Peter Avalon and Cesar Bononi? Cesar Bononi, I think.
Yes, that's who it was. That's exactly who it was. And Lee Johnson was wrestling, and Lee Johnson was killing it. Like, Lee Johnson looked like a fucking star. He got the win. He picked up the win. Cody looks like he's injured. And this was Lee Johnson's first win on Dynamite. Like, this was his first match on Dynamite, his first win. He looks like a star. AEW does know how to build young stars when it comes to stuff like that. They really do good things.
I like him. Like, the little bit I've seen of him on Dark, like, he's real good.
Yeah. So then they have the most annoying segment, and I swear, I don't even like to keep saying this is annoying, but like, the first time it happened, it was fine. The 999th million time it happened, it's like, can we please stop? I know that it popped and it was like, oh my God, this was the greatest thing. Now it's like, can this please stop? Like, can you just please put us out of our misery? Can we stop doing this? Sting comes out. Tony Schiavone does the It's Sting thing, and it's like, okay, cool, fine. Like, just stop. And every week it's the same fucking thing. It's Sting and Darby talking, and then all of a sudden it's Team Taz. But this week, instead of that, it's Sting talking, and then Team Taz beats up Darby, throws him in a body bag, and drags him off in a car. And Sting can't do anything about it. And it's like, fuck, this is getting so ridiculous. Like, every week it's Sting comes out, Team Taz interrupts, nothing happened. Sting comes out, Team Taz interrupts, nothing happened. It keeps happening. I know that they're gonna have a street fight. I know that this is happening, and I know it's closing. But this is the most annoying shit. Everybody keeps saying they're gonna use Sting right. Nobody has used Sting right yet. This is the most annoying bullshit that I've ever seen. And I really like Sting. And I am so tired of seeing him week after week come out and do nothing. Please, end it. Fucking end it. Then we had an interview with the Young Bucks. They're in the backs talking to whoever they're talking to. And the Good Brothers come up and they're like, what happened? Guys, if we win, we would have challenged you. Like, what happened? Why did you make us lose? And the Good Brothers go, dude, we didn't make you lose. We came out there to make Private Party lose. We had nothing to do with you guys losing. You guys lost because of Proud and Powerful. not us. We came out there for a private party. Proud and Powerful got you guys out. We had nothing to do with this. Like, if you were paying attention and doing what you were doing, you wouldn't have got knocked out of the battle royal. That was your fault. And the Young Bucks go, you know what? Maybe you're right. And I'm looking at them like, all of that makes perfect fucking sense. All of that makes perfect fucking sense. But at the same time, they got you out, you idiots, because you were paying attention to them. Like I said last week, you paid attention to them, so it's your fault. But after that, the Bucks go, you know what? Next week, we're defending the titles against Proud and Powerful. And I'm like, okay, wait, what? So you're going to defend your titles next week against Proud and Powerful, but MJF and Chris Jericho gets a title, are supposed to be the next people to get a title shot. But then they have to wait to Revolution to get the title shot, but you're defending the titles this week against Proud and Powerful? Like, what? Like, there's a little bit much going on there, pal. Then we have the main event. We have Kenta and Kenny Omega versus Archer and John Moxley in a street fight. A street fight, lights out street fight, whatever it's called. They fought all over the whole entire arena. They fought back and forth. They fought in the kitchen. Seems to be one of the favorite places of AEW street fights, the kitchen. They went into the kitchen. Somebody got thrown into Peter Avalon's heart-shaped bed. There was a double foot stomp through a table. It was a lot of things happening back and forth. Somebody got hit with an actual potato. Stuff happened. And then they got in the ring, and Jake the Snake tried to stop what was happening because the Good Brothers all of a sudden showed up and start beating up people. And Jake tried to stop what was happening. He gave Carl Anderson a clothesline. They punched Jake. He went down. And Kenny was going to hit him with the V-trigger. Archer got up and stopped him. They beat up Archer. So Kenny put him on his shoulders. He couldn't get him up. So the Good Brothers helped him up on his shoulders. They gave him the one-wing angel, and they pinned Lance Archer. And that was it. And Moxley and Kenta kept fighting, and Kenta beat up Moxley and laid him out. So that was the end of the show. The show ended with all of that happening. It was like, holy shit, like that was the end of the show. That was it.
It sounded okay.
And everybody is saying that was the greatest street fight. It was one of the greatest matches they ever seen. It was so awesome. And people are saying that Kenta was the best Kenta that they've ever seen. Kenta was awesome. They're glad that the door is open. They kept saying stuff.
Yeah, I can't comment on it. I didn't see it. So.
Okay. So yeah, that was that stuff. So after the match, after the end, Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers basically said, hey, listen, like, we're the Bullet Club. We're gonna make sure that you guys sell more merch. Blah blah blah. And they basically called out Jay White and the Good Brothers. I mean, and GOD, and basically said that these guys are the Bullet Club, and we're making more money for you guys, and this and that, and whatever. It was a thing.
I wanted to tell my tongue is legit a fucking millionaire, so like he don't need these motherfuckers.
And well, they wrestled this morning, and they didn't even bother to fix their mouths to say anything about Kenny and those guys because they were worried about wrestling and doing their own thing and not worried about Kenny and the Good Brothers or anybody over there. They were just worried about doing their own thing and keeping their titles and trying to win more titles and do stuff. And, they were just worried about them. They're not worried about them. They're actually just worried about defending their tag titles against Yoshihashi and Goto. Like, they're just worried about that. They're not worried about anything. And Jay White's worried about beating Ishii and getting his revenge for all of those times that Ishii has ruined all of the good things that he was supposed to have. So I don't think they're really worried about, Kenny and the other two guys. They're not worried.
You mean Kenny Omega and Festus Jr.?
Yes. And if you guys have not heard Tama's Island, Tama, so, like, I'm going to say this the nicest way possible. Tama talks about all the things that we, would probably like to hear, with him talking about they're not going to do anything with AEW. They don't want to do anything with AEW. And the reason that this merger has happened was mainly because of COVID. If it wasn't for that, this wouldn't happen, which is actually true. And he keeps saying that none of this is happening. Like, when he says what he says, sometimes it's like, do you take it with a grain of salt? Like, is he really working the crowd to make us, the New Japan fans, the real New Japan fans, the actual New Japan fans, the ones who watch New Japan, who actually stayed after these fuckers left and the fans followed them, the real ones who really care about the product, who care about New Japan, who watch it, who stay up in the middle of the night to watch shows and mess up their sleep schedules and mess up their work schedules just because they want to watch actual good wrestling with storytelling and not fake bullshit. I mean, those people get rewarded. And I know maybe he's trying to work us and get us into a frenzy because he knows that we actually don't care about the AEW fan base and going to AEW and the forbidden door. Like, he's kind of, maybe he's working this because he knows we don't care. And he's like, yeah, we're behind him. And then when the door is open, we're like, hey, wait a minute. I kind of think that he's working us a little bit. But at the same time, everything he's saying is actually the truth. Like I've heard from actual sources that this isn't what you think it is. No matter how many times Dave Meltzer keeps saying the door is wide open, and no matter how many times owners of football teams who aren't never going to the playoffs and winning the Super Bowl like my team, no matter how many times they call themselves some mystical force, it's not happening. It's not happening. This thing is a result of COVID. That's the only reason it's happening. Remember that. It's only because of COVID that this thing happened. If there's anything else to happen, probably won't. Probably won't. Just remember, this only happened because of COVID. If there was no COVID, no happening. Not at all.
Can I make a little quick comment about this whole door situation? You know what I mean? This is just my opinion, though. I could be totally wrong. Now, they're saying, "Oh, it's a forbidden door, forbidden door, forbidden door." Hasn't New Japan worked with other organizations before?
Yes, but the forbidden door means from AEW to for AEW New Japan. That's it.
I wouldn't think it's that forbidden. Like, they probably wouldn't just precisely being forbidden. Like, I don't think they would legit work with the Bucks or Kenny per se. They probably would work with Moxley or something like that, you know. But just my understanding of it, right? To me, the real Forbidden Door would be WWE, because those motherfuckers, especially Vince, wouldn't like work with anybody. I understand the situation, like Kenny and them screwed them over. So, yeah.
See, but that's the thing that a lot of people don't know, that the WWE door was never the Forbidden Door. Like, none of that was... The whole WWE thing was never the Forbidden Door. Like, there was never a... Oh, this is a Forbidden Door, we'll never work with them. It's always been an open relationship. Like, the last time they were going to work together, the only reason it didn't happen was because somebody over in New Japan spoiled it. So WWE was like, no, not right now. Because whatever was supposed to happen, it was supposed to happen, but somebody over there spoiled it, which, you know, WWE likes their secrecy and likes to keep their shit close. Somebody spoiled it and was like, no, we can't do this now. And they left it at that. It was never like, oh no, it's a Forbidden Door. It's just, we'll work with you eventually.
You're right. I do remember you telling me about that. I'm 100% wrong about that. Yeah. I remember you telling me someone spilled the beans too early or something.
Yes, and people don't actually notice, but in the 90s and the 80s, New Japan and WWE had an okay relationship where talent would go over there. When Chris Benoit was working in WWE in 2004, right before he won the title, he did go over to New Japan because they asked, hey, you guys got anybody that you want to work that we can use? And he was like, yo, I'll go. Vince was like, all right, cool. Just come back and, you know what I mean? He was like, all right, cool. Chris Benoit went over there, and I think like somebody else went over there, and they were under WWE contract. This wasn't like, oh, they just went over there by themselves. It was, they were under WWE contract. WWE said, hey, you guys can go. They let them go. Early 2000s. The 90s, it happened all the time. Like, so many times it happened. But like, people always go, oh, it's the Forbidden Door. It's the Forbidden Door because WWE doesn't do that all the time now. It's not a thing anymore. Gotcha. Like, that never was a Forbidden Door. It was just a door.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Again.
It was...
Didn't that also happen in the 80s or 70s or something like that? Like, correct me if I'm wrong with the company, right? Dude. But like, I recently like saw a match, like I want to say like 2 years ago, whatever. It was Hulk Hogan versus Antonio Inoki. I'm not too sure where Antonio Inoki worked. Or no, it was Muda. It was Muda, I think. That's what I'm talking about. It was Muda. Huh?
Dude, back in the 90s, there was no anything. There wasn't anything. There was like literally WWE, like one of the fucking WWE light heavyweight champions was part of New Japan. And like it got so bad where like WWE didn't even care about the title, and they just basically said, here, this is your title now. You keep it. It's yours. And it was like they literally defended it for a while in New Japan as a WWF Light Heavyweight Championship. And then they just like, you know what? We're going to phase this out because WWE doesn't want it. We don't know what to do with it. We have our own, so we're just going to phase it out. It like... Yeah, they literally had a working relationship. Like, there's even pictures of like Vince with Muda. I mean, not Muda, but Jushin Liger. Like, there was never a bad thing where they was like, no, fuck them, we're not working with them.
Oh yeah, Muda recently, like not recently, like maybe 5 years ago or whatever, did a takeover, right?
That was Liger. Liger did a takeover.
Say, my bad.
And like, it's not been like, that's the thing. People always go, oh, it's like, that's the Forbidden Door. That's the Forbidden Door. The thing is, the only thing New Japan doesn't want to do is, hey, if we work with you guys, don't just kill us off like you usually do. That's the only thing they don't want. They just want to be sure that they don't get killed off. Like, the sides are open to talk whenever whenever they feel like it. And trust me, like WWE has the money where they could be like, hey, money. Like you guys aren't doing too well because of COVID, but money. Here, look. Huh? That's like this is literally all they can do. But it's like that's never been like one of the this is the forbidden door. The forbidden door was the AEW thing because when they left, the way they left and the way they started their company was a spit in the face to New Japan, and they said, "Nope, we will never work with them." The way that they did us, and a lot of people always go, "Well, that's not what." Dude, they sold out Madison Square Garden together. The Bucks, all of them. They had the biggest show of their life. The Bucks, Kenny, Cody, fuck you guys. We're starting our own company. We're not going to be there. Fuck you guys. They literally left them with Ring of Honor, who had nobody who was stars. It was New Japan and Ring of Honor with nobody. And they were there. Like, the people who brought the tickets were people who wanted to see Kenny and the Bucks and Cody. When the tickets went on sale, they was like, oh, they're going to be there. We're buying tickets. January 1st. Fuck you. We're out. Half of those people that wanted to see them sold their tickets. They're like, fuck it. We're selling our tickets. They're not even going to be there. They wasn't New Japan fans. They were the Bucks and Kenny fans. They were all Elite fans. As soon as they left, they sold their tickets, and shit just went to hell. And it was like, they legit sold out that show because it was already sold out, but people weren't there because they wanted to go see that. They was like, nah, we're supporting our friends. Fuck you guys. And like, you guys suck now anyway because the best wrestlers aren't there. And it's like, wait, but Okada's there. Like, Tanahashi's there. Naito's there. Bushi's there. Jay White's there. Like, I don't like once you did that and like you hurt them and you hurt their pockets. Nah, fam. Like, nah, this is a forbidden door. We're not even gonna mention you. We're not even gonna talk about you. We're gonna leave you out of shit. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Yes. But that's how shit is. But now that the quote unquote forbidden door is open, when the door had to be pried open because on the other side of the door you held something hostage that we need to proceed, so you can't say that the door is open because hey, it's all a friendly working relationship.
Oh, yeah.
No, you had something that we needed to finish doing what we needed to do, and we have to finish this off. So we had to open the door. If we didn't open the door because you held it hostage, we can't do anything. So now the door is open because of the hostage situation. But once the hostage situation is over, I'm pretty sure you could just close the door and everybody could go back to normal.
So in other words, like it's not really a matter of a quote unquote forbidden door. It's just the fact it's more of a wall. They got their fucking back put against the wall and whatever with this whole situation, the pandemic, them holding their belt hostage, and like a few other things.
That's why they opened the door because of that.
Like if none of that was a thing, they would be good.
Mm-hmm.
God.
The two sides would never see each other. And, oh yeah, guys. Yeah, it was definitely Harold May's fault. He was the reason none of this was happening. You know, because like soon as he's gone, look, everything is open. Like everything's back to normal. It was all Harold May's fault. Harold May was the whole reason. He stopped Katie from coming into the country. He stopped all of it. Oh my God, Harold May was the devil. He was the one who actually put up the forbidden door. We got the key from him because he locked it. If you believe that shit, if you fucking believe that shit, I got six Maseratis in my backyard right now. And they're all green. I would lend you one for the weekend. I promise. If you believe that, I will lend you one of my green Maseratis in my backyard for the weekend. Now, on to SmackDown.
Yeah.
So, SmackDown. I'm actually angry it started off this way because it started off with something I didn't want to happen. Can you guess? You want to guess? Guys want to guess?
Guess.
Nope, you don't want to guess? A second men's elimination chamber. But wait, there's more. Actually, it was a twist to this. Because Roman came out and he said he had this big announcement. And he said he's not going to wrestle inside the Elimination Chamber for the championship. So Adam Pearce, he made a match. He said, okay, well, I have an Elimination Chamber. And Roman goes, that's fine. But the winner faces me at the end of the night. So whoever wins the Elimination Chamber faces Roman at the end of the night. So he says, well, 2 people won't have to qualify. Roman was like, what? Yeah, and one of them is Jey Uso. So Roman got a little mad, and Adam Pearce got out the ring and said, and the other one is Kevin Owens. So Roman jumped down and got in his face and was like, you gotta be kidding. So then they cut to the back. And Adam Pearce walks up on Sonya, and Sonya says, I got an idea for qualifiers tonight. How about we have Bartender Cabron and Sami Zayn take on Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio, and the winners get into the Elimination Chamber. Like, okay, that makes sense. They set up the match. They had the match. And Samuel Zenon and Bartender Cabron beat the Mysterios.
I'm kind of upset Dominic couldn't get in there somehow.
Yeah, it's just WWE. I knew that wasn't going to happen. So then we cut to the back and we have Sasha Banks with Kalisto, and Reginald shows up. And he tries to apologize to Sasha. And I don't know why, but I see Reginald teaming with Sasha eventually. I see him totally heel turning with her. I don't know why. I just see that.
I can see it too. It's a weird vibe with that shit. Especially she was talking to Kalisto. And if you remember, Kalisto's a heel. So.
No, we don't remember what Kalisto is. Neither does Kalisto. What's a fedora? No one knows what you are.
That is a thing.
Yes. And we had Big E come out. And Big E's out there, and Big E's like, yo, I want a challenger for the Intercontinental title. Somebody come get this title. And Apollo comes out. And it's like, okay. Apollo stands in there, is like, yo, I want this, I want the title. And Big E's like, dude, I'm done with you. I already had the match. And he just like, get out my ring, sucker. Send out the real challenger. So Nakamura comes out. So Big E, Nakamura had his match. It's going good. And then all of a sudden, Apollo gets in the ring. Bam! Knock out Nakamura. And then he beats up Big E. And it's like, okay, I guess this feud is still going. Didn't care. Then we had the return. The return that we've all been waiting for. The return of Burn It Down! That's right. Seth Rollins brought back Burn It Down.
I got hyped for it.
With a leather. He had a leather suit. I know you got hyped for it. I got mad because it still had his new logo and stuff, and he had on a leather suit, a leather shirt with a leather tie. And I was like, that's too much lever for one man.
Yes, 100%.
So they did the thing when he turned to the Messiah, where everybody was out there, and he's greeting everybody, and he's talking about him being a father, and it changed him. And then he just starts running down everybody. Everybody just fucking leaves. The lights come up, and the only one left is Cesaro. And he's like, oh, so you're going to join. And Cesaro's like, man, something's wrong with you. Like, you need to get your head together. I just wanted to tell you that. So Cesaro goes to leave, and Cesaro gets attacked. But the catch is, Cesaro's in the main event. So, look like he's taking out Cesaro, right? We'll see. And then we had the continuation of the Bayley versus Riot Squad. So last week it was Bayley versus Ruby. This week it's Bayley versus Liv, with Ruby in her corner. And Liv is way better than she was before. Way better. And she just keeps improving. She's just so good. So good.
Legit impressed with her, yeah.
So Billie Kay comes out. Billie Kay is trying to apologize to Ruby, and she has her resume. Somehow they get thrown in the ring, and then as soon as they get thrown in the ring, Liv gets distracted. Liv get hit with the Rose Killer. Bayley wins. Bayley runs outside, and she laughs at them. I was like, oh man, that's fucked up. That is so fucked up. So then we had a match which I'm angry about, because I feel like there's no tag teams on SmackDown, because we had Street Profits versus Otis and Chad Gable, and the winners get an opportunity eventually at the tag team champions. And it's like, dude, this fucking sucks. This so fucking sucks. The Street Profits beat Gable and Otis, but it's still like, this sucks. Like, I know that they only have like 4 tag teams on the show. It's like, come on, dude. Like, come on, do better.
Like, they just made up Gable and fucking Otis. Like, why not make up more teams, you know?
That's what they should do, but apparently that's not what they're going to do. Because that fucking happened, and it fucking... Oh my God. It was so dumb. It was so dumb. But then after the match, the Street Profits are celebrating, and then here comes Sasha Banks. And it's like, okay, why is she out here? So Sasha's out here because she's going to the ring to talk about Bianca Belair. So she goes, you're my big little sister, and you should come out here and challenge me for the championship. So Bianca comes out, and they're talking. They're going back and forth. No bad guy vibes from either one of them. Then all of a sudden, Nia comes out with Shayna, and it's like, what? So they come out and they get in the ring and they start talking crap about Bianca and Sasha. And Sasha says, roll the footage. And they roll the footage of Shayna getting beat by Naomi. And they was like, no, not that footage. And Nia's like, don't you say it. Don't you say it. So Bianca goes, roll the footage. And they show, oh my hole. Yeah. And then they get beat up. Shayna and Nia get beat up by Bianca and Sasha. So it looks like that's going to be a program eventually.
But like the thing to that, it seemed like this whole thing, I don't know if I'm wording that right, it's going to be like a running gag, because apparently she hurt her hole again during this whole thing.
Yes.
She didn't say it.
Yeah, like I said. Yeah, like I said earlier in the podcast, yeah, this is definitely going to be a thing. This is now a running gag thing. I don't like it. I guess it's a thing. It's a thing, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Sorry. So after that, like, we get to the last match, which is Cesaro and Daniel Bryan versus the Dirty Dogs, the tag team champions. and the winners get into Elimination Chamber. So they're going at it. And we get a winner. Daniel Bryan and Cesaro are going to the Elimination Chamber. Then all hell breaks loose when the other three guys come out and beat them up. And then here comes Kevin Owens that stuns everybody. And that's how the show ended.
Thank God Daniel Bryan Cesaro won though, because I wouldn't want Dolph and Roode in there.
Oh fuck no, fuck those guys.
Yeah.
Not at all. Fuck those guys. Yeah, but yeah. This is the show. This is what's happening. So, how do you feel about it?
Like, it was okay, but it also felt rushed, you know? Because, for those that don't know, the Chamber's next week. Like, I legit found that out, like, today.
Yeah, no, like, we talked about it, but, like, you just don't realize that something is that way until you hear it enough. Because, like, earlier in the podcast, we mentioned it. It's next week, and was like, okay, they had to do all of this fast because it's next week. But you don't realize it until you're just sitting there like, holy shit, it's next week.
Yeah.
Like, we have a pay-per-view this week, and then next week we're right back at it. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, we're right back at it. So, yeah, like, I'm glad that they're making matches because it looks like we're probably going to get Sasha and Bianca versus Nia and Shayna, but there's a problem with that. The number one contenders are Naomi and Lana. So it seems like they really have no idea what they're doing, and it's getting worse and worse.
I have a way to fix that, but it's not a good way.
A triple threat match?
Yes.
Was that it?
Yes, that's exactly it.
Okay. I would hate that. Like, I totally would hate that.
Yeah,
like,
me too, but, you know, it's a way they would do it, you know?
I know, but I would totally hate that. I really hope that WWE finds another way to do it where they let them have, and then like it also plays into the Dusty Cup tournament, and like a lot of people keep forgetting about that. The winners of that tournament, they're number one contenders.
Yeah.
So all of this is happening at one time, and it's like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna have it a 4-way? And like, if they did that, like, it'd be funny and weird, but at the same time, it's like, why? Because you would have, I'm guessing, I'm just gonna go with the guess, Ember and Shotzi versus Naomi and Lana versus Sasha and Bianca, or you could have Ember and Shotzi replaced with Dakota and Raquel. But like, I'm just like, I don't know. I just feel like they have too much all over the place for no reason. I don't like it.
Like it's too much. It's too much.
Mm-hmm. Just way too much. I don't like it. But yeah, that's a thing. Anything else?
Nah, I legit don't got nothing else to say about it. Like, that whole situation there, and like, that's almost as bad as the fucking WWE title situation.
Yeah, like, I know, like, they have WrestleMania coming up, but I feel like all of this is just too much. Like, because not only do they have this show, they have another show after this. Like, it's too much. Way too much.
Like, I see something online, sorry for cutting you off, somebody said something to the effect, like, they need to go back in the days where they only had, approximately 4 pay-per-views or so?
Well, the last somebody that said that was Arn Anderson, but go on.
No, but it wasn't nobody important. It was like a nobody with a set. So, like, it just caught my eye.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I kind of agree. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe more than 4. but like it would give him more time for like story progression and whatnot. You know, if there was less pay per views, because like
Okay.
everything rushes, I think, and they're not that
Okay.
good of writers to fucking like do a rush. Like you, for example, you could
Mm-hmm.
fucking think of like you would have like a week left to do a whole pay per view. You probably could do it. They don't have the capability of doing it, apparently.
Dude, like I'm 100% honest. I'm being 100% honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I could like they can have the same amount of pay-per-views they have right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can make pay-per-views interesting all the way to WrestleMania. What they're doing is literally just like, you know what, we're just gonna give up and this is how we're gonna get to Mania. Because okay, if they really had a plan for like who's facing Roman at WrestleMania, they could have did Roman faced Nakamura, Roman faced Daniel Bryan, then Roman faced Edge. You have three big matches laid out right there.
Yep.
Like money drawing matches laid out right there. Like you could have did the same thing with Drew. Like Drew versus Sheamus. Okay. Drew versus somebody else, then Drew versus Keith Lee at WrestleMania.
Yep.
It all fucking makes sense. Like this Sasha Bianca thing, it makes sense because like they have done tag team, like they have done tag team things before, and like they look good as a tag team, and they have tag team finishers. The thing is, if you had planned this out right, you wouldn't have Naomi and Lana as a tag team challenger. Good, you could have definitely the NXT Women's Tag Team challengers because that's eventually they didn't give a set date. Like it's so much you can do because it's so many stories you can move around and be like, okay, we can have this story. I know it's a stopgap story, but we can have the story and make it feel important before we move on.
Yes.
It's so many pieces that they could have worked around and used and did differently that you would have been like, wow, this makes so much sense. Like the cool thing would have been to put Asuka in the Elimination Chamber. Put her in the Elimination Chamber. She barely has any challengers. You could have all of these people in there and everybody look like, wait, there's a bunch of women that want to face her. This is a lot. Like this, it would build up something. Asuka comes out winning, but you still have 3 challengers in there that you can fill out and be like, okay, we're going to take this person to WrestleMania. Or we could just wait for Rhea to get called up. It's so much you can do. And it's just like, they're not thinking. They're just like, fuck it. And like everybody has said this thing where they're like, well, ratings don't really matter anymore. They're worth like $2 billion. Like it doesn't even matter anymore. And it's like, fine, but like it's still going to come a point where they're going to be like, fuck it, we want things to matter. And that's going to be when shit comes back to normal. But it is what it is. And speaking of that $2 billion, I had an epiphany theory.
Here we go.
When I have these theories, I'll say them and they'll sound so fucking random. Because the one in 2018, which is one of my favorites that I just threw out there, was like, Marvel had just got sold to Disney, and I mean, not Marvel got sold to Disney, Fox got sold to Disney, and everything was going to Disney. And I text Renegade and said, hey, you've seen this, right? Do you know what's happening? He goes, yeah, Fox is going to Disney. And I was like, dude, WWE could go to Fox. And he was like, wait, what? I was like, yeah, WWE could go to Fox. It's going to be a thing. Months later, what happened? WWE went to Fox. Got on this podcast, said, WWE could go to ESPN or NBC. Where are they at? They're on a Peacock. Then something hit me this week. The Rock. Rock has a show coming out on NBC this week. Young Rock. Looks like it's going to be a great show. Man, as soon as I seen that show, I was like, oh, that show is awesome. That show is really awesome. They're promoting it heavy. Like, this show is awesome. This show is on. But I stopped. And you know why I stopped? Because something hit me. okay, Rock is on the NBC thing. It's like, okay, cool. Rock has his big production company. Rock has his big thing. He's growing. Rock is growing into a powerhouse, into a person. It's like, okay, cool. Rock is doing that. But like, Rock really doesn't have anything else to tie in the NBC, right? There's nothing to tie in the NBC. Wait, no. Rock has XFL that's going to be on NBC. Like, that's, yeah, well, that's, like, there's nothing that can combine any of this together. Wait, WWE is now part of Peacock. Okay, that's like just really random. Like, none of this stuff ties to. You see the connecting thread there? It was The Rock. Now, Rock all of a sudden brought in XFL. I was like, that was random. Is he doing this because he wants to try his hand at running a company that is like a big juggernaut company? It's like, wait, is this just the proving grounds to the day that The Rock takes over WWE as being ran from a Peacock NBC Universal Productions, and The Rock takes over WWE after they own it? What? Like, that would be wrong, right? But, right? That's just out of the norm, The Rock owning WWE, right?
That's right.
That's... Of course it sounds right, but that's my bold, crazy prediction that is like literally just laying out the groundwork over the next 3 to 5 years. Yeah, don't be surprised if you hear it and then be like, that crazy guy on the podcast said that. Holy shit, he was right. Yeah, I was right. Just like the whole AEW on HBO Max, but nobody seems to listen to me. Even when I said it, like, even the God listened to me and was like, holy shit, I didn't even think about that. Okay, so just for those of you who don't know, the day that in the HBO Max was scheduled where they said, hey, this is HBO Max. We have all of these things on it. And we have all of these Turner properties. I said right then and there, second one, holy shit, AEW is going to be on HBO Max. AEW was still a baby. It still was small and it's still a baby. It was like, this is going to happen. AEW is going to wind up on HBO Max. That's going to be their streaming service. Nobody listened. I said it to the God of professional wrestling himself, quote unquote. I'm doing it, quotes while I'm saying this. But I said it to him and he goes, you know, that's actually possible. I didn't even think of that. And he just literally says, holy shit, that's possible. 2 weeks later, he writes in his newsletter, with the launch of HBO Max and the Turner properties being intertwined with AEW could wind up on HBO Max eventually. But that is a play for down the road. And I'm literally looking at it like, dude, I tweeted this, like, there's actual proof of our conversation where you're like, I didn't even see that coming, but it's definitely possible. Wow. Like, you literally said that to me. And it's like, dude, like, you stole my shit and then ran with it, but hey, it's not the first time you stole something and ran with it and act like it was yours. Boom. But anyway, yeah. That's a thing. So when you hear him say, The Rock could own WWE very soon, you just go, you know, We Are Wrestling did report that. Like, Viper did say that. Like, Renegade did say that. Like, they said that. But yeah, you know, it's okay. It's okay. No one gives us our flowers until it happens.
Like, legit, when you come up with these, like, I always do the fucking Luke Harper, like, taunt and all that. Brody Lee, God rest his soul and all that. The one where he goes, like, the mind blown thing, like, because it's fucking amazing. Like, it makes so much sense. Like, this to happen with The Rock.
Yeah, and it's always like, every time I say it, it is something that's so far-fetched that nobody thinks of these things. They're like, nah, man, it's not happening. Like, those things aren't even closely connected. Like, that doesn't even make sense. And I'm just like, it's right there. The trail is there. It's all there. And people don't see things like I see things. That's why I keep telling you guys, like, this podcast is literally telling you everything that's gonna happen.
Like, I came up with the one thing, and I feel like I got screwed because, like, it seemed like it legit was gonna happen. So,
but it's okay because it still can happen.
but just not this year.
It still can happen. Yeah, just not this year.
And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, Roman Reigns versus The Rock at WrestleMania.
Well, see, here we go. That also ties back into my thing. Because, you know, if they hold it off just a little bit longer to the 2023 era where, hey, 2023 is going to be in California where The Rock usually resides. That's going to be SoFi Stadium out in LA, out in Hollywood, out where everybody does big business. That'd be great. 2023, why does that sound so... Wait, that's the year before 2024. That's the year before we have to renegotiate TV deals with Fox. Wait, but if they're renegotiating TV deals with Fox the year after, when The Rock brings them in all of this money and The Rock shows that he's still a big draw, and they're bringing in money to Fox, and they're like, hey, NBC wants to buy out SmackDown from Fox so everything can be on one network and we can own all of these properties together. That would be setting up for something electrifying. But yeah, you guys don't hear me. You guys don't believe it. But whatever. You guys will see it.
You'll see.
It's coming. They'll all see. But yeah. Got any more news for shows, things?
Off the top of my mind or whatever. Like, legit, that Rock show is gonna be good. They need to recast Under the Giant.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that they need to recast Under the Giant.
Okay, I mean, I agree. Maybe.
Cause I don't.
Maybe.
Like, to me, like, just by the preview, the guy didn't look nothing like him. You know what I
mean?
The Rock's father, Rocky Johnson, looks spot on from the trailer. Little Rock looks spot on.
Like, Little Rock looks so spot on that I'm convinced that that's Rock's real son.
Right?
That's the crazy part. I've seen him. I was like, yo, that's the Rock's son. Like, he gotta be his son.
And he doesn't have any sons that we know of, right?
That we know of. But man, like, that kid looks just like him.
Is this gonna span his whole life, or just like him little?
Okay, this is the concept of this. It's 2032, and The Rock is the president, and they're asking him, "How was your life?" Now, I know people are like, "Wait, that seems weird." Like, I feel like it's gonna be more foreshadowing of shit that happened in that show when we watch it. So it's gonna be one of those shows that you're gonna be like, "Huh, that's foreshadowing this, that, and the third. Huh, that makes sense." I can't wait.
That'd be awesome.
Yes. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, that was it. I just wanted to know like how far they seem to like go. So I guess it's gonna span like his whole life.
Yes, it's gonna span his whole life, and it's gonna get to the point where it's past stuff that we know and stuff that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Which we're gonna be in the third season, and they're gonna be like, "What about the time when you owned WWE?" And everybody's gonna be like, "That's funny." And I'll just be like, "That's not funny. That's true." Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yep, 100%.
Yep. And I'm just saying right now, just from the bottom of my heart, just openly and just, I would welcome a job from you, Mr. Johnson, I would definitely like a job to work in your professional wrestling company that you own that is making you billions and billions of dollars. I can help out a lot, Mr. Johnson. Just saying. But yeah, on that note, anything?
No.
So I guess fuck that shit.